at this point, I don't think there's any reason to pick anyone except Pontiac, seeing how they've just trucked every single team they've played. 28-0 against Exeter West Greenwich last week, and that was the closest game of the season. So I don't know what it's going to take to beat the Chieftains. They're strong. They have terrific skill guys, and they're getting accustomed to winning.
What we're saying is they're not getting to the Super Bowl.
They do not get to the Super Bowl.
They are not going back to the Super Bowl.
One surprise. Exeter West Greenwich proud.
You gotta give me a few minutes.
I'm ready. Come on.
Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere. I'm addicted to the thrill. It's a dangerous love affair. Can't be scared when it goes down. Got a problem, tell me now. Only thing that's on my mind is who gon' run this town tonight.
Yeah, I said it be this is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance, bitch, your fatigue song. All black, everything. Black cars, all black, everything. And I bring the black first riding with it. I can't overtap if you boys really real enough. This is like a million. I'll explain later. But for now, let me get back to this paper. I'm a couple bands down and I'm trying to get back. I gave Nugget grip, I lost a flip for 5 stacks. Me, I'm took the 5,6, 0, south, 0, sugar. Back to one and seven,
Yo!
Yeah, I said it be you can call me Caesar. I'm in a dark Caesar. Just follow the leader. So everything be microphone fiend is the return of the God. He's God. It ain't nobody pressure. I'm in Mason, Martin, Martella on the table screaming. The other side they jealous. We got a blanket full of bras. They got a table full of fellas. And they ain't spinning no cake. They should know they hand in. They ain't got no space. My whole team got dough, so my bank account is looking like millionaires, bro.
Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere. Victories within the mile. Almost there, give up now. Only thing that's on my mind is who gon' run this town tonight. Who gon' run this town tonight?
Yeah.
What is going on, everybody, man? What's happening? How we doing? It's your boy Mikey, man. Can we keep it real podcast, man? Such a shame, EWG kicks Coach Fortin to the curb, man. Forces him to resign. Guy goes in there, got the paperwork already signed out, the resignation paperwork. Like, we got to keep the good coaches, man. You're getting rid of good coaches. Coach of the year candidate, someone actually coach of the year, goes to the Super Bowl, takes a team that was in the gutter, goes from having 18 players on the roster to 36. Let me ask you something. EWG parents that complained, man. I wonder if the parents who complained, are you going to step up and say they did complain and allow Coach Fortin to answer? Because from what I understand, tough coaching. Oh, no. Poor me. Tough coaching. Oh, stop it. Please say football isn't tough, right? So what's your, foul language. Oh, my God. Who don't wear, This is football. Foul language. I hear foul language on the Pee Wee field. Foul language. Does anybody care how the players feel? Because I'll tell you what, the players didn't want this. At the banquet, they had a banquet when? A couple of days ago, you tell me all these parents complaining? They're looking this man in the eye, shaking his hand, knowing that they just put the dagger in his back. You know what happened? Somebody in that administration seen the perfect time and said, you know what? I'm taking this dude's job. Because it looked like they just came up with a laundry list of BS go back 3 years. Oh, you had to complain about this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, you had to complain about this. I mean, I read a comment earlier from Mrs. Fortin, but I had problems with the stream. Maybe she can put it up a copy and paste it, but it was basically saying that, you know, nobody works harder than my husband, all the works he put in. And I talked to Coach Fortin today, and he was numb. So many coaches in the league had reached out to me and said, this is horrible. I like Coach Fortin. I like his work ethic. I like his work style. Like, the guy puts a lot of hours in. A lot of coaches, you know, basically stepped right up. A lot of people from EWG saying they fishing. They're doing this political game that they always do over and over. You got a guy like Coach Fortin that really loved the kids. EWG, yo, this was dumb of you. You know, Craig Main, whatever the AD is, you know what I mean? The Big Mac attack, the Big Main. You know what I mean? You. Like, you couldn't give your boy a heads up, all the heads up you got? Yeah, you know I mean? Don't act like you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't back him up. Seriously. I bet this had nothing to do with the kids. What are you going to say? Oh, he didn't listen. You know, parents are like, oh, I was trying to give him advice, how to call the game, how to do this. He didn't listen. He's hard-headed. He's Italian. Italians are hard-headed. And coaches. How many coaches have people telling you, hey, coach, I got this good play you can throw in there. You know, it'll work. It'll get you a touchdown. Coaches are trained kind of to block all that noise out. How many people gives advice to these coaches? And not only that, we're going to be doing a top 10, and we're going to have some honorable mentions. And let me tell you, I polled some coaches and football people around the state, and a lot of people had Cliff Fortin inside their top 10. There's somebody that we all respect in high school football, and they said what Cliff Fortin did this year, I put him right at the top. A lot of people reaching out. It definitely had not a thing to do with the kids. Not a thing to do with the kids. You know what I mean? And I told them you shouldn't have signed the resignation letter. You know, they got it on the desk. He walks in. He's probably thinking he's going to, they're going to tell him, oh, yeah, we got money for equipment or something. Or we're going to do this. Or we're going to bring more kids in. Oh, you walk into a firing squad and pat. Took him out. Shot to the heart. And I know that broke my guy's heart, man, because I know Coach Fortin all my life. I never heard him this numb. And he'll land on his feet. Look, Pontigansett offered him a job already. Another high school in the north end of the state offered him a job. He's going to land on his feet. EWG made a big mistake. A lot of people stepped up and had good things to say about Cliff. You know, someone said that, you know, it's crazy how the administrations are not back him. He's a great, great coach. You know, the kid should protest this, really. The kid should protest this, and the kid should go home and say, Mom, Dad, why are you running your mouth? I mean, because some of you parents just need to shut up. Shut up. No, 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 no. Shut up. Because you don't know the first thing what these coaches go through. They got to deal with all this BS. They got to deal with the kids. They got to deal with the friggin' crybaby athletic directors that got their khakis on so tight. They got to deal with all kinds of stuff, with the realignment, with this, that. They're trying to get kids to show up for practice, and here you are, you're firing good coaches. All right. Let's leave the shitty ones here, though. Let's leave the one that won their job back 1, 2, 3 times, right? Let's leave them here. Right? Does this look like a team that was upset at their coach? Does this look like a coach that bullies his kids? You're looking at a coach that puts a lot of pressure on himself, that says he sucks when he makes a mistake. Constantly hearing, Mike, I suck today. Saying he sucks when he makes a mistake. Like, I never known Cliff to be mean to these kids. I never known Cliff to be rude to these kids. You know what I mean? He got you to a Super Bowl. EWG was in a damn dumpster. They were the worst team, 6th worst team in the nation. All right, I'm sorry. There were 6 worst teams that were worse than you, EWG, in the country. You're definitely on a slippery slope when you're letting parents dictate what happens. Parents were complaining over positional. You ain't letting my son play this position. You ain't letting my son play quarterback. Boo-hoo. Oh, please. Get on with that. Kick rocks. And we got so many great, great coaches. So many great coaches in Rhode Island football. I mean, they just did this guy dirty. You got a guy here that cares about the kids. You know what I mean? But when you get into politics and stuff, I mean, is Coach Fortin not the best thing? I mean, all cap, tell me he's not the best thing that happened to EWG in a long time. Tell me I'm lying, and I'll get off right now. You know what I mean? And it didn't even seem like enough to fire the guy. Like, give me your resignation now. They tried that shit with Coventry, Coach Goodhart, man. Yeah, but they pulled you either resign or you're not getting paid. You know what I mean? They said, resign now or you're fired. No time to think about it. No time not to sign it. Like, you got to sign it. A lot of people don't want to be fired on their resume. But look, I want these parents to speak up. I mean, the school should at least, this guy couldn't even defend himself. In a couple seasons, he brought a team that was in the dumpster. I'm trying to find this post right now. 1 second. I want to read a couple posts to you. But he basically took a team that was in the dumpster. Okay. This is from Mrs. Fortin, right? All right. Mrs. Fortin said, I am going to try to take the high road and be as nice as possible. As Coach Fortin's wife, no one knows how much of his life he has devotes to coaching or what goes on behind the scenes. My husband is probably one of the hardest working, dedicated, and caring coaches. This is so deeply upsetting. I didn't hear any complaints when the team made it to the Super Bowl. They say things happen for a reason. We may not know what that reason is, but on to bigger and better for Coach Fortin. And Miss Fortin goes on to say that, does this picture on this post show a coach who is not adored by his players? Makes absolutely no sense. Now here comes a parent, right? All these parents. Oh yeah, multiple parents. Here's a parent. It is shocking. EWG Prout football team was no different than most teams as far as parents having things to say about how a coach coaches when it comes to their kids. I never seen, heard, or ever felt any resentment towards him other than the normal stuff. I don't know if he went to continue that. There was another comment that I wanted to find. Adam Barrow, salute to him. He said they need to prove it. I don't know a single person who has a bad thing to say about Coach Fortin. EWG is going to be very, very sorry. Now, we ain't threatening you guys. We're just saying what somebody said. Parents who don't agree with what happened, they should call their school. And they should definitely voice their opinion. Call your athletic director tomorrow morning. Everybody call this guy. Craig Main, I think his name is. Call him in the morning. Call the school principal in the morning. Voice your opinion. Other people saying, I don't believe that one bit. Prout already reached out right away. They reached out and offered Coach Fortin a job. Salute to Prout. They offered Coach Fortin a job right away. I'm trying to find this other comment that was very, very, actually very, very good. And go check out Coach Pennington's new podcast over on his page. You would definitely love it. You'll definitely be glad you did. Okay, here we go. Ponagansett offered Coach Fortin a job. Yes, I just covered that. Completely disgusted. He took an absolute dumpster fire of a program and barely a 500 student enrollment and built a roster. And in year 2, got to the semis, in year 3 to the state title, and did so COVID-19 era. That administration is delusional and clearly have political motives. What a joke. Well, hope you enjoyed the ride, players and parents, because the success train just hit the end of the tracks. Sad and disgusting. Sad and disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. This guy gets you to the Super Bowl. The only coach in the history of Super Bowls that got a number 6 seed into the playoffs. Oh, another team. Ding, 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 ding. Another team offers Coach Fortin a job. The Novans. The Novans told Cliff Fortin, come with us. And I bet there's a lot other teams. I know 2, 3, 4 right now that is in my inbox saying he can come over here. I don't think we can afford him. He can come over here. It's just these kids love this guy, man. I talk to a lot of these kids personally, and I'm sure people will get in the comments, but call your school. Call your athletic director. It's not right what they do to these coaches. It's not right they tried to fire Coach Goodhart a couple of years ago. Tried to get him to, force his resignation. We stood up for him. It's not right little Colin couldn't play football. We stood up for him. That's what we do. Now I got to go slay another administrator. I'm trying to turn a new leaf here. I'm trying to do better things here. Right? Once they try to get you out, they pull you back in. And you already know. I got no problem. At all pointing the elephant in the room out. Definitely no problem at all doing that. Definitely don't have a problem pointing that dude out.
You'd be like, yo, I see the trunk and everything right there. So you open up a whole another level to what we do.
What'd you say, Wayne?
you'd be like, yo, I see the trunk and everything right there. So you open up a whole another level to what we do as well. So it makes only sense that we.
That's right. You already know. I'm going to call out the elephant in the room. Always have, always will. But let me know what you think about, Coach Fortin getting the axe from EWG Pro Football. Definitely share this broadcast for sure. We got some good stuff coming up this week. Mike Murray, man. We're going to talk to Mike Murray, talk about him resigning from Shea. Shout out to Mike Murray. We had a great show with Coach Ryan McCormick. We're going to talk to Kyle Green this week. Kyle Green going to chop it up about being, what a walk-on means, what being a preferred walk-on, why it did not work for him. Shout out to Kyle Green. Speaking of coaches, look, North Providence brings in a new head coach for football. You know what? I thought they were going to go outside the building. They got a new field coming in, but nope. They stayed in-house. Glenn Williams steps down. Thank God. Let's see if Coach Toretto can do any better. Been on the team about 7-8 years, so we'll definitely check that out. But yeah, definitely salute to Coach Fortin. I'm sure he'll definitely land on his feet. Let me know what you think about this. I mean, I think it's I think it's screwed up for sure. Coach Fortin definitely a leader of men. Let's see for the school or the administration to put it on the parents without saying the real reason that justifies firing him just doesn't sit right with me. It's a cop-out. Why would they want him out after where he has brought them? It just doesn't make sense. What's the real reason, I wonder? EWG, look, the ball's in your court, man. I think you should just say, you know what? We woke up this morning. We made a bad decision. We had a couple shots too many yesterday. You know how this COVID is. We're stressed out. Sorry, Coach Fortin. Let's play some bocce ball, have a couple shots. Play that Italian game with the knuckles. Doce, nove. Whatever it is. The Italians know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. And this week upcoming, a lot of coaches are going to be in their feelings, but we're going to drop a top 10. Coaches, top 10. And I think we're going to talk to OG Richard Addison, man. A lot of people know who he is. He's been around football, 81 years old. He said he's going to drop some knowledge on us. So we're going to talk to Richard Addison. But, for them to fire Coach Fortin, horrible. Couple days ago, they have their banquet. These coaches all look at him in the face. How does a coach of a year and a coach who took to the team to the Super Bowl, how do you force him to resign? Look, I'm going to call you out, parents, right now. If you don't agree with what happened, call the school, voice your opinion, step up. And if this isn't you, the blame is on you. The school put it on you, parents, EWG parents. You did this. This is what they're saying. You did this. You should be ashamed of yourself. Step up. We could do this. Ponagansett offered Coach Fortin a job. The Scarlet Knight Slayer, Jimmy Cook, offering Shorty a job. Who's taller? Is Jimmy Cook taller than Coach Fortin? There might be a problem there. Coach should be the tallest guy. But shout out to Jimmy Cook. Ponagansett, you going to Division III. Is Coach Fortin going to go along with you, Coach? Shea's available. I don't think Shea opened up their list yet. Plenty of schools still. I think Coach Fortin is going to land on his feet. EWGAD, man, sit on it, man. Suck a duck. Suck a duck because you didn't even back up your guy. You didn't even back him up, which isn't common. But EWG says parents forced their hand. There was no coming back from it. This is verbatim. This is what they said. There's no coming back from it. And then they also said that they're going to put a parent committee together. Now, parents, make sure this happens because they've been known for blowing smoke up people's ass, you know. If Coach Martell was here, he could tell you that. They've been known for blowing smoke up people's ass. This dude went from having 18 players on the roster to 36. You lose 12 starters. Not only 12 seniors, you lose 12 starters, and guess what? You take them to the Super Bowl. All right, a coach will say, well, he was they expanded it. He's a 6th seed. Shouldn't have even been there, but he was there. You want to say anything, Ponagansett should have not been there. They should have been in 3. The Super Bowl would have been PCD and EWG, which went into double overtime. Division 4, the most competitive division. I remember Coach Fortin during the COVID year reaching out to Rydell. Shuts helmet to try to get the mask. Speaking up at the State House, getting up on the podium, yelling at the governor, let them play, doing all that stuff. Look, 7-on-7, the trophy's bigger than him. The trophy is bigger than my guy over there. You know what I mean? It's just horrible. It's horrible that they would let this ride. But I don't have the charger for this laptop. I put it down somewhere. Big shout out to Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Home, definitely our newest sponsor. I thought I put the picture up here, but our newest sponsor, Rally Point. Definitely check them out. We're gonna have more on Rally Point, and go check out Coach Pennington's new podcast with Felix. He interviewed him today. It actually just dropped today. Arthur Jordan heard Cliff may go to Pono next year. Congrats, Coach Fortin. I'm hearing the same thing, Arthur Jordan. I heard you're going to Pono too. And Cliff's little brother. Yeah, the whole family over there. But yeah, I heard the same thing. Pono invited Coach Fortin over there to be a coach. Very smart move. Jimmy Cook ain't no fool. But the thing, Arthur, right? Who's going to be taller? Is Jimmy and Cliff going to have an issue? They're both about the same height. Just kidding. Love both you guys, man. Jimmy, I love you. You know that, Jimmy. I didn't mean to put you through hot burn at the end of last season's Super Bowl. This is what we do. This is what we do. But big shout out to Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes. Big shout out to Emerson Kilgore, 401. And if you want to support this, man, I'm looking for sponsors this season. Man, all the prices went up. And shout out to Mackie. Mackie was on. Mackie actually won $25 the last time we had a cash giveaway. He stepped right up today and really supported Coach Fortin. A lot of people stepped up and supported Coach Fortin. Cook is such an amazing coach. Yo, shout out to Jimmy Cook, man. He's all good. Yo, the short guys taking over D3, all good. I love it. I hear you. It's all good. Coach Cook, yes, definitely. Big shout out to Coach Cook, man. He knows it's all about the love, man. Big shout out to you. But, yeah, the short guys taking over D3. And I think it's a miscarriage of justice that you fire Coach Fortin. Coach Fortin did amazing things for EWG Prout football, and it just fired the guy. It's horrible. But it looks like potentially he could be over there at Prout the upcoming season. I'm sure Coach Fortin will land on his feet. You want to be on the show? You got something to say? Hit me up. Can we keep it real podcast I wish I knew where my charger was. I have to say, after watching Coach Fortin at the game this year, a lot of respect for him, too. You know, definitely after watching Coach Fortin at the games this year, a lot of respect for him, too. Yeah, definitely. Big shout out to Coach Fortin. Big shout out to all the coaches. Coming up this week, listen, this is going to be a great episode. We're doing top 10 Rhode Island head coaches, man. And I asked coaches, Jimmy Cook, send me your top 5. I'll send you a text message. But I asked coaches this week, listen, send me your top 10, your top 12 best coaches in your mind, high school football. We've been keeping a tally. So every time a coach hits me up, tells me, I think these coaches deserve to be, and we're going back like the last 3 years, we're not going crazy, and we're going to do a show and we're going to rate the best coaches in Rhode Island high school football this season. We're going to go 1 through 10, and we're going to have honorable mentions. I wish I had my charger right now. Don't even know where it is.
Don't ask me. I just got home from work.
It's definitely, it's really sad that EWG would drop the ball like that. Blame it on the parents. It's definitely a sad situation, man, because he was a great coach over there at EWG, and I'm sure he'll be a great coach elsewhere. There's already schools reaching out, giving him a job. We got a lot of coaches coming back this season. We're going to have a great, great show all season long. Shout out Coach Fortin. It's definitely a big, big cop-out. EWG, man, you should be ashamed of yourself. Rah, 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 rah. You should definitely be ashamed, man. You definitely got the Scum Gang Award this week. EWG Admin Scum Gang Award for sure. But we'll be back with more coming up later. Thank you, everybody. Really, really. Oh, and a big shout out to the new coach over there in North Providence, man. Coach Torado. Big shout out to him. But my battery is actually dying as we speak, so I'm out.